everybody, welcome to HQ Magazine's Behind the Scenes. Happy 2021, and great way for us to start off the year is to introduce you to some new products. So over here on the side, Cody Ziering, and he is with Paqcase. That's the name of the company.
That is correct. We are a joint case company. So for everyone out there listening, you don't have joint cases, and I bet you don't. Come get some.
What's the name of the product? The name of the product, let me just guess. It's J-Pack.
You got it.
Okay.
Take a guess why.
Because of the joint.
Bingo. It's a pack of joints. Thus the name J-Pack.
So are you a smoker yourself, Cody?
Of course. That's the whole reason we got into this business. About 5 years ago, my business partner and I were helping start a vertically integrated cannabis company out in Aspen, Colorado. Had an amazing time. While we were there, one of our responsibilities was to help manage the dispensary. And in the dispensary, we were only selling single joints and doob tubes. And at the time, I was a dirty cigarette smoker. I'm glad I'm 3.5 years quit now, but used to puff them a lot. And we were always wondering why they don't sell joints as packs. Why do they always have to be sold as singles? Moreover, we were also avid skiers and snowboarders. And there was one time I took a nice big kicker and didn't exactly land it, had joints in my pocket, and they exploded, and no more smoking for the afternoon. So
nice. We
kind of decided that we needed a product that addresses the industry's needs. And that's what we've done. We created the world's best, first, most awesome joint case.
Let me throw, I know you have one there, but let me throw up a graphic here just because.
Please.
What are we looking at right here? This shows it in a lot of detail.
It does. It's a great graphic. What you guys are seeing is our flagship packaging product. Essentially, this is a 5-pack of joints. We don't sell them full. Sell them in a couple different ways. For those dispensaries looking to get their brands out there, they can give us artwork, their logo, anything like that. Put it on the front. We fully digital print on everything. Full color graphics. They load them up with 5 joints. Because we are child resistant certified, all they have to do is close them, and they can sell them right out the door as exit packaging. There's a little gasket seal in there as well. So for a lot of people who want to either be less loud or, more importantly, keep freshness in and keep the terpenes alive, no other cases do it quite like ours.
Okay, let me bring you back in here.
Please.
You have one there. So let's see how it functions. It's pretty
Absolutely.
Simple. It's a pretty simple device, really, isn't it?
It seems like it, right? This tiny little thing actually has 142 design elements. When we were designing it, took about 3 years to get the first one done, but I think they came out great. I'll show you how it works. First off, if you want to hear it close, nice solid click, let you know that everything is in there, and it's childproof. You can't just open this up. What you have to do, you guys can see there's 2 little slots right here, one on each side. Very simply, you squeeze the 2, pull the lid, comes right open. You'll notice there's 5 slots in here. Fits joints anywhere between 98 millimeters, which is about here, 84 millimeters, and then even king size, 110. Most king size and cigarillos are here, which we fit, which is awesome. If I turn the case to the back, you'll notice this little white piece. That's the gasket seal that helps keep smell in, keep water out. Basically, everything that you want to keep inside the container, like your smells and your terpenes, it keeps. And all the crap that you don't want getting in, like water, snow, anything like that, it keeps out. Now, the piece de la resistance, what everyone seems to really love about this case, and it's my favorite feature, we call it the roach coach. So there's actually a separate little compartment on the bottom. Pops off as a cap just like this. So if you're a consumer, you light a joint, you can't finish it, you have a place to stick it without stinking up any of the fresh pre-rolls in there. Really cool idea.
And do you need to put it out before you put it in there, or does it just tamp it out with the lack of oxygen?
So eventually it does. I've put them in there and tried it, but I don't necessarily like sticking something that's hot back in my pocket. So usually a better idea to put it out first and then put it in there, but I've certainly done it both ways.
Nice. So tell us about your background before you invented this. I know you said you were with another startup.
I was indeed. Yeah. Out of college, I had been recruited by Apple, which was a great experience. Got to work for them for 2 or 3 years. Taught me a whole bunch. Most importantly, that I am not a corporate America kind of guy. I think I'm a little bit too creative, too out there, and too entrepreneurial to let my talents go sitting behind a computer and being a number, not really a person. So I got the very interesting opportunity to move out to Colorado and become the director of marketing for a cannabis company that was starting up. When I got out there, I was employee number 3. We had absolutely nothing. We had a tiny little dispensary. And over the next 10 to 12 months, we had built out a 50,000 square foot grow, a full MIP operation, which does concentrates, edibles, all that type of stuff, 5 different brands, and built out this awesome company up to 60 people. My business partner and I at the time realized that we were entrepreneurs. We wanted to feel some ownership in something, and didn't really get there with that cannabis company. So he and I, his name's Brett Gelfand. Shout out to you, buddy. You're the man. Love you. We decided to kind of roll the dice, take our life into our own hands and do this startup. And we've been at it since the beginning of 2016. And we've been in operations for about 2.5 years, and we're growing, and people are loving these cases, and life is great. And we just want to get this awesome product out to the world. We invented it because we're joint smokers. We love smoking joints, and it wasn't easy enough to do those types of things.
Why do you think the joint or the pre-roll flower, why do you think that continues to be a popular way to smoke when we've got so many other things out there now?
You know, I've thought a lot about that. And one of the things that I like to tell people who don't really understand cannabis is, and especially when I'm talking about my company, is that the joint, the pre-roll, is kind of an every person type of thing. When you're a beginner, usually the first thing that you smoke is probably a joint. In my case, it was a very poorly rolled one, but that was the first way that I ever tried consuming. When you're an intermediate, you smoke every once in a while. Joint's convenient. You roll one up, you stick it in Paqcase, you put it in your pocket, you go out the door. When it's ready, when you want to smoke, it's there for you. And then even for the headies, just everyone seems to love smoking joints. You can dust them up. You can make them in creative ways. You can roll them in cool ways. There's just a lot of versatility and convenience with a pre-roll. And it really is something that gives you a great feeling and a bunch of the terpene profile. So some people smoke to feel the effects. Some people smoke for the flavor. Whatever the reason is, pre-rolls do it right.
Yeah, being a marketer yourself, you obviously looked into the demographic for your product to make sure that there was a solid demographic user base there. Correct.
Absolutely. I mean, we couldn't have done this without seeing the major need. When we had started this, like I said, the intention of this product was to be as a packaging product. We were trying to address the needs of the cannabis market. But over time, as we gained more notoriety, we were out to more conventions, people started understanding who we were, and our social media started growing. People saw this as, hey, I don't live in a cannabis state, but I still smoke joints all the time. I love these cases. Why can't I get them? So we ended up creating a Shopify store. I was doing the fulfillment myself. It was a huge pain in the ass. I don't know if we can swear. Sorry. Huge pain in the butt. And we ended up putting it up on Amazon. And now we do tens of thousands of dollars a month. People absolutely eat these up. We're the number 2 or 3, depending on the week, smoking accessory on Amazon, and kind of validated the market's want and need for these products. So now
are you out in smoke shops and dispensaries as well now?
We most certainly are. In fact, glad that you brought that up. We just rolled out a brand new dispensary / head shop supply channel. So now it's super easy. All you have to do is go to our website, paqcase.com or paqcase.shop if you want to go directly there. There's a wholesale section for everybody. All you have to do is put in a little request, give us your tax ID number, let us know that you're a business. We authorize you to buy our wholesale, and then boom, everything gets delivered in a few days, 10 at a time.
Now hold your Paqcase up there, or your JPack up.
The JPack. Paqcase is JPack. Yes.
So one of the things about that, it's got a great place right there on the front for custom branding, doesn't it?
Most definitely. And I have some great examples here. One of the deals that we've actually done it's a Canadian exclusive, but we actually have a really nice deal with Zigzag rolling papers. So we export these up to the company that controls Zigzag in Canada, who handles their distribution rights, and we package them up, put them in 10 packs of POPs, and they just actually rolled out to a bunch of C-stores. I believe it was Circle K's all throughout Ontario, which is Toronto, that's Canada's biggest, most populous area. So we love doing custom branding. If you have a cool brand and you really think that you vibe with us, we love doing co-branding as well.
And what if I just want to have my store's logo on there?
There we have minimums to hit, but it's most certainly doable. Full-on customized accessory program is on the way. We're definitely a few months out from that, but if you have a cool idea, we're always listening, always open to listening to good ideas.
So good ideas. Before we came on the air, you were telling me that you have got some new products in the pipeline, so to speak.
Yeah, we have some new products in the pipeline. So people really, really loved our J-Packs, but one of the complaints that we heard was that, hey, I roll fatties, and we didn't really have an option. So we actually came out with something. It's on the way soon. Here's a really cool prototype of what the packaging looks like. We actually just changed the name. So it was originally going to be called J-Pack Blunt, give you guys a little bit of inside, but we think we're going to have some issues with the marketing. So we're actually changing it to J-Pack XL, and its tagline is let's be blunt about it. So you know what it is. It's essentially a J-Pack, but the slots are wider. So instead of having 5 across, it's going to be 4 across with wider slots. So it's going to allow the backwoods, the very fat rolled swishers, blunts, that type of thing to be put in there. Another product that I'm super excited about that we're going to be rolling is with people. We also heard the opposite. Hey, I don't really roll that big of joints. I think I like something smaller. So we're coming out with J-Pack Mini. Essentially the same similar product, but much smaller. So these are intended to fit 84 to 98 standard size papers. And we think this is going to be really cool. This is going to be available sometime mid to late Q2, maybe even early Q3.
So go ahead. Did you want to add something there?
I did. I had one more that I'm like really excited about.
Bring it on.
The 2 products that I just showed you, they go both ways, right? Cannabis companies give us a holler. They're great for packaging. They're all CR certified. They're ready to go. People are going to love them and buy a ton of them on Amazon and on the smoke shops and convenience stores, etc. Now we're calling this J-Pack Elite. This is the product that I'm most proud of. This product is the first product we developed specifically to be sold to consumers. So this is a product that really the only channels to get it are through e-commerce and through retail stores like you guys listening. Basically same concept, but it's made out of metal. Really nice. It feels like an iPhone case. It's magnetic with a spring. There's also a roach coach down here at the bottom. Now, one of the cool things that we're going to be doing is making customized protective cases for it. So, you buy a $1,200 iPhone, but you want to put a nice little leather case on it, kind of give you some style, make sure that there's some protection. So we're doing the same thing with this case. We're going to have offerings in leather, in wood, and then also customizable plastic. So we'll be able to custom print logos, do branding and stuff like that based on minimum orders. So don't think we're forgetting about you businesses. You guys want to show off your stuff? This is a great way to do it.
So talking about businesses here, let's bring one of our viewers in with a question. Adam James says, how do I order the 10-piece point of purchase for my store?
Great question, Adam. Very simple. Go to paqcase.shop. There is a go to the wholesale section. Go add one of those to cart. The website's going to say, hey, you need some authorization. Please fill out this form. It takes 2 seconds. Give us your name, your phone, your email, tax ID number. If you agree to some of our terms and conditions, send us a request, and about 10 minutes later, you will have access. All you have to do is hit add to cart, pay, and it'll be at your store within 3-4 days.
And do you guys have other marketing posters, stickers, stuff like that available for stores that carry the product?
100%. One of the great things about ordering from us is that we like to take care of our guys. We have an entire digital portfolio that gets sent with every order. So you'll get a change mat. You can get some posters, videos for your store, any type of digital assets. We hook it up. And then the best part about working with us, because we're such a white glove company, we really love to make sure that we go above and beyond. We're providing additional value for our clients besides just products. You have a good idea. You want to see something? Tell us. Chances are we'll probably make it.
I like that. Let's talk about something else. I know you guys are big on sustainability.
Absolutely. I'm so glad that you brought that up.
And I brought that up because I saw something on your website about that.
Yeah, we actually just did something huge. Very few other cannabis or even packaging companies, for that matter, have been doing. We're making a huge switch towards ocean plastic. Let's talk about sustainability in the industry first, and kind of even the reason why Paqcase got out there. So we like to say that this product, as is one of the most sustainable things on the market. If someone goes into a dispensary and buys a single tube with a joint, let's talk about what happens. They pop open the tube, put the joint in their mouth. Tube's going straight in the trash. Not getting recycled, It's going on the ground. It's going on the trash. It's not getting used again. Guarantee that. Sure, it's reusable, but who really wants to reuse a tube? They suck. Doesn't work. With this product, someone buys 5 joints from you. You take one out. You still have 4 joints in here. You got to close it, put it back in your pocket. It's not going in the trash. You just save 4 pieces of plastic from going into the environment. Moreover, because people like buying these for $20 a pop online, they're not going to get thrown away anyway. Now, we decided that was great, but it's still not good enough. We need to go one step further. And that's where we found this amazing company called Oceanworks. They are a really cool plastic supplier, but it's not just any plastic. They actually go out to the ocean, hire fishermen, that type of thing, to go collect plastic, clean it, sort it, turn it into manufacturers' pellets, and then sell it to companies like me, who can then turn it into a usable product. So with our ocean plastic line, not only are we taking plastic out of the ocean, we're keeping it out. And that means a ton to me. I'm a scuba diver. The company's based down here in South Florida. I'm on the reef all the time, out on the boat as frequently as possible. And nothing is more frustrating than seeing all these masks, all this plastic bullshit ruining our oceans, where humans have survived for a long time with food and enjoyment, pleasure, whatever. Oceans are needed. And the plastic is what's going to kill it. And we like to think, because we're a plastics company, we can be a part of the solution, not part of the problem.
So do you have a special case made from recycled plastics, or is that something that you're going to incorporate into all your products at some point?
Great question. So this past year, we've offered both lines of just standard recycled polypropylene. So even the plastic that we use is just recycled in general, not actual virgin plastics. But again, ocean, we think, is better for the planet. So we had offered both. Once this inventory runs out and we are out of just regular recycled, we're making a switch fully into ocean plastic. So if I'm guesstimating, and don't hold me to this, but we are going to pull hundreds and thousands of pounds of plastic out of the ocean this year, which makes me feel incredible.
Very nice. Good part of the mission.
I think
let's talk a little bit. There's a lot of people that have ideas for products. They can send them to you, like you said.
Absolutely.
But if I've got a product or an idea for a product in the cannabis space, what's your advice for me?
I get asked this a lot. We have a couple inventor friends that always bring ideas to us and say, hey, do you guys want to do this? Or what should I do about it? If you have a really good idea for something and you really think it's going to be a commercial viability, then it's not about you making sure that you can take it to market, or that the product can make it to market. Question is, can you make it to market? You have to look inside and see, am I an entrepreneur? Am I someone that can see this through? Am I someone that is willing to take a risk, willing to lose money, if it's something that I believe in? When Brett and I took this project on, we didn't have any money really. We managed to bootstrap this company. We started this company based on order deposits from customers. But we lived in mom's basement for 2 years, not making a dime. Went actually quite the opposite. We went pretty deep into debt trying to get this thing started. And now we're in a great situation where we have our own places and no debt on the books whatsoever. Just did a nice big valuation and a raise. Really, what the difference wasn't about the idea, wasn't about our ability to find a manufacturer, find funding, anything like that. It was our tenacity to stick with it, because the road was not easy. It was not flat. It was uphill. It was bumpy, and it was a battle the entire way. The only reason that we made it is because we had each other to lean on when one of us got weak and was like, oh, I don't know, maybe I should go get another job. And we thought about it a few times. We pulled each other in and said, no, this is going to be great. We can do this. Let's keep grinding. And now we're here. So really, if you have a great idea and you think that you are someone that can handle it, then go for it.
So you were talking a few minutes ago about being the number 1 or number 2 cannabis accessory, smoking accessory on Amazon at times.
Yes.
So that's a big deal. That's big congratulations right there.
Thank you.
But what's been the biggest challenge for you? Did it just go up and all of a sudden, yay, we're in business and we're selling?
Not at all. It took a ton of time. We still face these issues now. It's very difficult for us to do any proper advertising online. Google, Facebook, Instagram is still not cannabis friendly. So we've always run into the issue of how do you sell a joint case without saying it's for joints? You know what I mean? That has made it very difficult. We've been rather lucky that we've had a few big social media spikes and a couple just very friendly influencers who liked our product say, hey, yeah, everyone should check this out. And people did. People seem to like it. People seem to tell their friends. Word of mouth is really the way that this got out. And now we have sustained success, which is amazing.
What's been the reaction from cannabis businesses, smoke shops, dispensaries, like that?
They seem to love it. I mean, Zigzag up in Canada has already made 3 orders. They started with us in the middle of last year, and they've sold out 3 times. We are just launched the retail, setup for this in the past month and a half, 2 months, but they seem to be flying. And I have no doubt that people are going to love this. I think one of the big things, everyone who smokes cannabis and enjoys cannabis doesn't have a joint case, wants a joint case. So it's only comes down to there's no other real competition for this product. So really what it comes down to is making sure that they know it. If you have a smoke shop or a convenience store that a lot of people buy a lot of papers, a lot of blunts, that type of thing, and you put this right next to that section, say, hey, do you want a joint case? 9 times out of 10, they're going to say yes.
Something just crossed my mind, and I could be totally just wacko here, but what's the difference between this and a dugout?
Excellent question. So a dugout is actually like a little pipe, and it has a little container to store weed. It's great. I use one occasionally when I want to take tiny little hits, but it doesn't taste great. It's very harsh smoke. Paqcase is all about pre-roll smokers. There's something cathartic about the process that you have to go through to smoke a joint. You have to sit down. You have to take your weed out of your jar. You have to find a grinder. You grind it up. When you're doing that, it smells incredible. You have to take out a piece of paper. You have to fold it properly. There's a whole ritual behind doing that. And that's part of the experience for some people. I know that when I was a little bit younger, in my younger days, and I would smoke a lot of cannabis, that was one of the things that I always look forward to at night. It was a time for my brain, gives me 10 minutes to just not have to think about anything, but just going through the motions of rolling a joint, licking it, letting it dry for a second, smoking it. It was a ritual that calmed me down. And that's not something that you get with a bong, with a pipe, with a dugout, anything like that. That's just pack it up, hit it, and enjoy.
Okay.
It's not as communal either, right? You can sit there and pass a joint back and forth to your friend. You might not want to do that with COVID these days, but...
Well, I was just gonna ask you, and I don't mean this in a negative way at all. Everybody's staying home these days, or supposed to be. We're staying home a lot more than we were.
Sure.
This is an on-the-go type of product, right?
It is.
How has COVID affected sales?
It's actually improved sales. I think consumption is up across the board. And yes, people may be staying at home more, but that's still, you still have to go out to the grocery store. You still occasionally go over to family for Thanksgiving or Christmas or Hanukkah dinner, whatever you celebrate. And I know that when I did, I brought myself a J-Pack mini. I took a couple of my cousins. Everybody got their own little mini joint. And instead of passing around a big one like we normally do as tradition, everyone got their own, and it was still just as communal. We just weren't passing spit.
Well, it's a good, if I was marketing this product and I had a store, I'd be ready for when things opened up, because there's going to be a lot of people wanting to get out and do stuff, and products like this are just going to be perfect for that person.
I would agree, Darren. There's going to be 7 billion people once this lockdown is over that want to go out and hang out and enjoy and be human again, right? That's why I think so many people, beyond just the financial reasons, are struggling or did struggle with the lockdown when it really happened, and it was, everyone was very tight at home. Humans need connection. I need it. Paqcase, we all work remotely, right? I have an employee in Boston, one in Denver, couple in very South Florida. My business partner lives in Mexico City. We're all over the place. What we've required and kind of instilled in company values that we don't do phone calls, just voice phone calls. Everything that we do is face-to-face interaction, just so that way you don't have to feel so alone. That's why Zoom as a company is up, like 400% since the start. The world needs interaction. The world needs touch. You need community. When everything opens up, community is one of the first thing that's going to come back in full force. And for those that consume, this is a big part of that. Big part of community.
Okay. So retailers, paqcase.com, pack with a Q.
Paqcase. Boom. It's right at the bottom, right there. When you go to our landing page, there's 2 sides. For those that are looking to buy for a head shop and want to just sell straight to consumers, you want to click Paqcase for People on the left side. And that'll take you to paqcase.shop, which is where you actually purchase it. Paqcase.com, kind of split it. The .com side is more for the white labeling cannabis packaging services that we offer. And then if you want to learn more about the product, that's a great place to go.
Okay. Well, thanks for being on the show today. I appreciate it. Something I saw online and I said, oh, I got to get these guys on right now.
Well, appreciate that, Darren. It's been a pleasure being here. Everyone, I really hope that you try this out. I stand behind this product. And I know you guys are going to love it as much as I do. I've been using it for years and, changed my life. It's going to change yours too.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Cody. And we will, everybody else will be back again with some more new products and some more new personalities from the cannabis industry. So stay tuned and we'll see you later.